Coming up on today's show, we're going to react to the latest odds that have come out for the NBA playoffs, and the odds makers out west continue to disrespect the New York Knicks. That's around the corner. Right now, though, I want you to light up the comment section. Who do you want to play in round one? Is it the Sixers? Is it the Heat? Let me know down in the comment section. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up icon for me. I know I'm still riding the high of the 50th win over the Chicago Bulls and the fact that the Knicks are the 2 seed for the first time since 2012, 2013. I'm hyped. Hit that thumbs up icon. In today's video, though, the New York Knicks have the 6th best odds in the Eastern Conference to win the NBA title, and they have been disrespected by the sportsbook BetMGM. Here are the odds for the top 10 teams to win the NBA Finals. They have the Boston Celtics, the team with the highest amount of wins in 2023-2024, at number 1 at plus 175. Totally cool with that. And they have the Denver Nuggets at plus 310. Totally cool with that. Then the Los Angeles Clippers at plus 800. And then that is where the list starts to go to shit, because that is what this list is. It is a piece of shit. You're telling me that the Milwaukee Bucks have better odds to win the NBA title than a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder or the Dallas Mavericks or the Phoenix Suns? Not a chance. The New York Knicks have the 13th best odds in the NBA to win the title. They're actually tied for 13th. That means you could say that they are in the 14th spot. Reminder, only 16 teams make the playoffs. They are being disrespected. And the fact that the Miami Heat and the Philadelphia 76ers have better odds, according to BetMGM, to win the NBA title than the New York Knicks, that tells me that the Knicks are going to be underdogs in round one against the Heat or against the Sixers. And I love that. I love that for this New York Knicks team, because every single player on this team has been doubted, whether it's Jalen Brunson, whether it is Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, OG Anunoby, Isaiah Hartenstein, Miles McBride, Mitchell Robinson, or anybody on this roster. They have been doubted at some point in their career, and that is why I believe the Knicks play the way they do, and they have had success the way that they have. Underdog mentality, they outwork everybody, and they go and get what is for them. They don't let it fall in their lap. They are a bunch of go-getters. But nobody more so than number 11, the face of the franchise, Jalen Brunson. Keep telling Jalen Brunson he can't do something. Keep doing it, because that's all we need. Keep pouring gasoline on the fire and adding chips on the shoulder of Jalen Brunson. They said he could never lead a college team to an NBA or to a Final Four or to win the March Madness tournament. He did it 2 times. They said he could never play in the NBA after being a second-round pick. Well, he was the second best player on a team that went to the Western Conference Finals. Then they told him he could never be the face of a franchise. He was paid too much by the Knicks. And in 2 seasons, 2 playoff berths for the Knicks, 2nd seed, 50 wins after they told him that the Knicks were dead in the water after Julius Randle got hurt and was ruled out for the year. Knicks went on to clinch the 2 seed and 50 wins. Please, I am begging you, NBA people, you experts out there, keep telling Jalen Brunson the things that he cannot do, and he will continue to show you the things that he can do. If you are ready for the Knicks to prove everybody wrong, 13th best odds, are you shitting me? That's a joke. The MGM Hotel sucks anyway. If you're ready for the Knicks to prove everyone wrong, hit that thumbs up icon for me right now. Let's kind of shift our attention to focusing on a potential round 1 matchup. You will be playing the winner of the Heat or the Sixers. That game is scheduled for Wednesday. Also, didn't say this, the Knicks game 1 in round 1 will be this Saturday. We'll be live on the channel. Should have said that a little bit earlier. But this Saturday, the Knicks play. But it's this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time at the Wells Fargo Center that the favorite Philadelphia 76ers will take on the Miami Heat. The Sixers are favored by 4.5 points, and the total over-under is at 207.5. I've probably been asked 100 times since the end of the games yesterday, Marshall, who do you want to play? And I've asked you guys, who do you want to play? And I'll say this. Neither team will be an easy matchup. the New York Knicks probably got handed the toughest straw of all of the matchups in round one, considering that they have won 50 games and have the 2 seed. Neither will be easy. And we really haven't gotten a great look, or we really don't have a large sample size of what this matchup will look like. The Knicks this year against the Miami Heat are 2-1. But OG Anunoby only played in one game for the Knicks against the Miami Heat, and that is when the Knicks won 125-109. But that game also featured Julius Randle, really the last game of his season before the Heat, known dirty players, hurt him for the entire season. So you only really have one game, and you can't even look at it fully in that type of lens because Randle played, and he's no longer a part of this team. Knicks did go 2-1. This game in November, they still had R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and Quentin Grimes. And the same thing kind of applies for the Knicks versus the Sixers. The Knicks ended up winning the season series 3-1, but there was only one game of this 4-game stretch that Joel Embiid and OG Anunoby played. But that also featured Julius Randle. And it was also an ass whooping that the Knicks put on the Philadelphia 76ers. They won 128-92. OG didn't play in this game. OG didn't play in this game. He did play in this one where you won 106-79, but Joel Embiid did not play in that game. So we really haven't gotten to see these teams with their playoff rosters square off in the regular season. But we do know this. If the Knicks are going to either beat the Heat or beat the 76ers, it is going to come down to slowing down the duos that both of these teams have. We know Jimmy Butler likes to say that he takes his game to another level in the playoffs. Will he be able to do it again? Bam Adebayo, one of the best defenders in this league, one of the best centers in this league. And you got Joel Embiid, in my opinion, the second best center in this league, and Tyrese Maxey, one of the most electrifying guards, can put it in the basket better than almost anybody in this conference that plays the position outside of Jalen Brunson. You are going to have to slow both these people down. So my answer to you is this on who I would rather play. I don't care. I don't care if we got to play the Heat. I don't care if we got to play the Sixers. You play who you play. And I still believe this 100% to be true. If the Knicks play their A game, there is not a team in this world that can beat them. I believe their A game is better, if not just as good as everybody else. If the Knicks handle what they have to handle, if they play the way they are supposed to play, they will beat the Heat, and they will beat the 76ers. So I don't care who they play. Neither will be tough. Both series will probably go 6 or 7 games, and the Knicks will need to get the job done. I'll tell you how they can beat the Heat and the Sixers around the corner. But first, I need you all to subscribe to the channel because we are going to be live on Wednesday night, an hour before tip-off, and we will be doing a watch party for Heat versus Sixers to see who the Knicks will play and do a little bit of scouting. So subscribe and turn the notifications on and help us get to our goal of 38,000 subscribers. By the time of Game 1, we're about 300 away. We'll talk about how the Knicks can beat both those teams in round 1 around the corner. But right now, I got to tell you about our proud sponsor, Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use that promo code CLNS. And Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app, will match your first deposit up to $100. Now is the time to get hooked up with Prize Picks as the action in the NBA is really starting to heat up with the playoffs and the play-in here. And you can actually put your lineups already in with some play-in plays. They already have some up for the game for the New Orleans Pelicans and the Los Angeles Lakers. And this is the 2-player lineup that I am going to be rolling with. I'm going to take the less on points, rebounds, and assists for C.J. McCollum at 33.5. And I'm going to take the more on points, rebounds, and assists for D'Angelo Russell. You can roll with my picks or fade my picks, but I kindly ask you to support the show, support the sponsor, and play Prize Picks. We love having them as a sponsor, and the only way we can keep them around is if you guys show love. So please, whether it's you put $1 in your account, $5 in your account, whatever it is, play Prize Picks at prizepicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. Pick more, pick less, play Prize Picks. All that information is clickable down in the comments and description of today's video. If the New York Knicks are going to beat the Philadelphia 76ers, or if the New York Knicks are going to beat the Miami Heat in round 1, it is going to be on the back and on the shoulder of, in my opinion, the MVP of 2024, and that is Jalen Brunson. The Knicks are going to need JB, the assassin, the captain, the face of this franchise, to be special. And I mean special. Like, really, really good. And that's what he's been all year long. Finished the season averaging 28.7 points per game, 6.7 assists, and the efficiency. Sky high. 47.9% from the field and 40.1% from downtown. But I believe the Knicks are going to need Jalen Brunson to be better than that. Thing is, he's already done that. Since Julius Randle got hurt at the end of January, the Knicks have played 33 games since then. In those 33 games, Jalen Brunson is averaging 31.5 points per game, a tick over 7 assists, and 48% from the field and 37% from downtown. Listen to this. If you take out the game where Jalen Brunson got hurt in the first minute versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, in those 33 games, really 32 games, he would be averaging 32.4 points per game. And he even took his game to another level in the final 17 games. In those final 17 games, Jalen Brunson averaged 35.1 points per game and 7.5 dimes. That is the player the Knicks are going to need to show up in the playoffs if they want to do things they haven't done since 2000 and potentially since 1972. As my guy Mike Breen, my idol, said, Jalen Brunson, born to play basketball. I'll take it a step further. He was born to save the New York Knicks, and that is what he has done since he put pen to paper back in the summer of 2022. Some stats I just want to read for you. 30 points in 10 assist games. Jalen Brunson, number 1 in the NBA with 6. 30-point games. He had 36. Number 1 in the NBA. 40-point games. 11. Tied for second. Total points. Second in the NBA. Points per game. Third. And three-pointers made. Fifth. Special player. We've already seen him take his game in the regular season and make it elevate in the playoffs. And I believe that is the indication of a player that is special. If you can elevate your game when the lights are the brightest, you're a big-time player. And that's exactly what Jalen Brunson is. We saw him play great against the Cavs, and we saw him elevate against the Miami Heat. The Knicks are going to need the same thing if they want to do things that they have not done in a long, long time. They are also going to need guys like OG Anunoby, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, Miles McBride, Bojan Bogdanovic, Mitchell Robinson, and Precious Achiuwa to do their part. You're going to need DiVincenzo to hit 7 threes in a game and have a Dante DiVincenzo game in the playoffs. You're going to need OG Anunoby to slow down Jimmy Butler or potentially be a help defender or switch defender on Joel Embiid. You're going to need Josh Hart to cause absolute havoc out there. We need a DiVincenzo game. We need a Hart game. What about a Miles McBride game? We need that. But most importantly, we need Jalen Brunson to play like the superstar that he is. So this is what the tournament bracket looks like for the NBA. The Knicks, they will play the winner of the play-in game of the 7 and 8 seed, which is the Sixers and the Miami Heat. If the Knicks then win that series, they would play the winner of Milwaukee and Indiana. If whoever wins that series will play the winner of Boston in seed 8 and Orlando and Cleveland, the winner of that series. That's the side of the bracket you're on. But it doesn't matter. Can't look ahead. One game at a time, one day at a time. Go beat the 7 or 8 seed. Been saying it for about a week now. I'm going to continue to say it. 16 more wins, and your New York Knicks will be NBA champions. If you are ready for the NBA playoffs, give me an LGK down in the comment section. This will be our real one roll call of today's video, so I know who the real ones are and that finished today's show. If you haven't yet, hit me up on social media. I'll be tweeting and I'll be posting on Instagram throughout the New York Knicks playoff run and beyond that. So hit me up over there, and let's go Knicks.